Okay, everything looks not too bad. A little fuzzy, but we'll just change a little something here. Closer than usual to the, okay, so I guess it's going to be okay for now. So welcome everyone to this live show. We're now live from Montreal, Quebec, Canada. And this is the Tuning's the Band show. Yeah, that show where we will, of course, be tuning around the shortwave frequency range. So, hey everyone, welcome to this live show. Hope you guys enjoy, once again, another live tuning the shortwave dial. One of the things I got to say is it might be a little shorter than usual today because I do have an engagement that I have to go meet some friends at a restaurant a little later. So it probably won't last 3 hours. Will last maybe 2 hours. I want to try to wrap it up around 6 p.m. so that I can have some fun with friends tonight. Also, tomorrow we are going to be live once again. Tomorrow is another shortwave radio live show. Tomorrow is going to be at 2000 hours UTC, and we will actually be talking about the new B16 schedules for the shortwave stations because we are in a new schedule season that is starting Sunday. So if your favorite shortwave station isn't where it is usually, well, it might have changed frequency, and that all starts on Sunday for the winter schedules. So tomorrow I'll be looking at the winter schedules, examining the different frequencies for stations, and talking about shortwave in general. So nothing special, just having fun. I actually had a lot of fun this afternoon playing around with my radio. I had no reception at all, and I didn't know what's going on. It seems that somewhere, and I believe it's probably in the back, my coax seems to be broken and shorted with the ground. So I had to quickly set up a very quick wire to do this live show tonight. I'll be fixing that tomorrow during the day, but I might have a little more noise than usual because of this. So, that's radio, and that's what you get when you actually have a wire that goes under a door. When the door opens and closes, it eventually breaks through. So welcome everyone. Richard Cook, nice to have you on the YouTube chat. Hi Mapper from Moscow, nice to have you on board. Good evening, Ray Kelly in Nova Scotia. Nick Amendo that has a new loop for his Texan PL 660, and he loves the improved reception and lower noise. So nice to have everybody here. That's on the YouTube chat. Hello, Jens Kalk from Germany. Nice to have you there. And the regular chat on the shortwave listening. Hey, Hossie Orlando, nice to have you on board. And it's been a long time. Hello, SWL John. Nice to have you on board. Hello, Jerry. Nice to have you on board. Thanks for sending me, by the way, the NES link for the live shows. I love the. I often watch the live feeds when they have new crews sent up to the International Space Station or when they come back down. Jerry got his Lafayette KT200 yesterday, fired it up, and works good. Great. That's nice. Hello, PLF. Hello, Centaur. Nice to have everybody here. Pretty cool. DJS 127, David Snyder. Sony 2010 in Staten Island, New York. Richard in Atlanta, Georgia. Nice to have you on board. And of course, we'll be tuning the bands today. Hope everybody is having fun. And we'll have even more fun as we are tuning shortwave bands. I'll talk a little bit about it more tomorrow, but I would like to point out a little something that somebody kind of um, told me, that I apparently don't actually answer everybody, and that I answer more people, some people more than others, and that when there are comments on my channel, I should always say thank you for everybody that leaves a comment. Just one thing here, okay? I think in all fairness that I do give everybody the same importance. If I talk to some people more than others, it's simple. Some people post more comments than others. Some people will, in the live shows, be more verbal than others, and some don't talk a lot. And I think I am pretty fair in the chat, and pretty fair with everybody. But one of the things that I have to say on the comments on the YouTube channel, because that person says, well, you got a lot of negative feedback and everything. And look at that. First of all, on the YouTube channel, I get 90% thumbs up for it, 10% thumbs down rate. I think that's pretty good. And I cannot, one of the things that I have to say is I cannot say thank you to everybody in every comment, for a very simple reason. I've got many YouTube channels running. I've got a few of them that are extremely popular. And I got to say that I do get at least 1,000 comments a day. If I have to say thank you to everyone that leaves a comment, you know what? I'm going to say thank you all day long and not post any videos. You know what? If you post a comment, thank you very much. Okay? It's cool. And I do like having people comment on things that I post. And if you don't have a reply back, if I don't thank you for your comment or anything, don't worry. I have probably read it, because I do read most of the comments that I see. I probably don't miss a lot. It's just that I don't necessarily take always the time to answer by a thank you. So I'm going to say it here. Thank you to everybody that posts any comments that are, nice comments and everything. And and I try my best to answer as many questions as I can. Yes, unfortunately, there probably are questions that I maybe seen, and because of my heavy schedule and heavy YouTube usage, I sometimes forget. And it happened that I answered a question from somebody that posted 2 or 3 weeks before, and I just remembered. It's like, oh God, I forgot to answer that person's question. Look, I do the best I can, okay? And I do think that I'm pretty fair with everybody. And I do not agree with anyone that would say that I give more importance to someone else. I think I try my best to be fair with everyone. So that said, we're going to tune the bands. I'm running out of voice right here. So, I do my best, and I try to, I love to have everybody in the chat. I love to have comments from everybody. It's fun to see all the people all around the world commenting. But, you got to understand that at 1,000 plus comments per day, I can't, spend 10 minutes on each comment, because I just won't do anything else than read comments. But thank you, everyone that's posting comments. Thank you for, when you talk about your radios, or when you share a comment on a receiver that you own also, or that you might want to have, or, I read probably 99%, and I want to thank everybody for the participation that it gives on the channel. And as for the negative side, I won't bother taking much time talking about that. I don't really care. Some people are idiots, and some people are, they don't understand, and they just, thumbs down. Who cares? You know what? I want to have fun with you guys, and the rest, I don't really care. As long as we're having fun, that's the important thing, and that's what I want to try to do here. So, Okay. So, and in the chat room, people are all telling me how I'm doing a great job and that, stop going crazy over that. And I want to thank you, you all for being here. And, no more time for, no more time for for the negative side, I don't really look at the thumbs down and stuff like that. Of course I do see it because I look at statistics. So of course I do see it. And if anybody that puts a thumbs down thinks I care, well, you're pretty wrong because I really don't give a damn about it. So, hey everybody, time for a daily show. Yeah. You know what? If I didn't have work, if I did not have any work, you know what? I would, with an immense pleasure, have a daily shortwave show. I think I would have fun doing that. Even for the Windows channel, I'd have daily shows of different subjects. It's all because of work that, unfortunately, I cannot devote all of my time to this. But I can tell you one thing: if I'm a millionaire someday, you can bet that there's going to be daily shortwave shows for sure. So yes, I do need a beer. Jerry says you need a beer. Unfortunately, I have no alcohol right now. I forgot to to go to the grocery store. I didn't have time, and because of the tonight that I'm meeting friends, and I know I'm going to drink a little, maybe a lot. I decided to, let's not take the beer before I'm going to meet my friends, because it's not a good idea that I'm a little under the influence before I meet them, because I know that they are good drinkers, and if I'm already a little under the influence, well, I don't want to end the night and have a hangover tomorrow. So it's water for me today, one of the exceptional times, but I'll be back with my beers tomorrow for sure. So thanks everybody, by the way, that always telling me how everything goes well. Hello, Tim. Anybody else has buffering of the feed? Let me know. Tim has buffering. Jerry says it's okay. And that's pretty cool. Yeah, Jerry, 1,000. I get from about 1,000, and when my Windows YouTube channels get really, really high traffic because of some new event. Like for example, this week I get more traffic than usual because of many little things, including the Microsoft event. And it can easily. I've had peaks of up to 2,000 comments in one day. Which is a lot. And, I have to go really fast through all the comments because on some channels I actually have a filter. So the comments won't show up unless I agree to it, because there are too many people posting dumb stuff. So, I have to go through all of that, and it is complicated. But I have like a pattern. So when I put a video online, while I'm waiting for the video to upload, I'll go into the comments and I'll go, and I'll click, okay, agree for that comment, agree the comments, and of course delete the stuff that's spam. It's incredible the number of spam you get on YouTube, where people are trying to take advantage of a popular channel to, display all kinds of shit. But basically, in average, it's about 1,000 a day. So pretty amazing when you think about it. So SWL John says we should thank you for taking your personal time to do these videos. And so what, Jill and beer go hand in hand. I know. Well, I'll have it tonight, okay? Hey, Mike, JK, what's the best handheld scanner to buy, new or secondhand? Love your shows. I'm not sure I'd buy a new scanner. It all depends on what you have. It all depends on what you have, what you want to do. if you already have experience or not with listening. But I'd buy a second-hand scanner probably much more than I'd buy a new one. I think, a used trunk scanner, for example, from Uniden or something like that. Depends also what you want, because you can have a scanner, but you can have something that's more like a communications receiver, like the R20, like this little receiver right here, which is a nice device. But it depends what you have in your neck of the woods. And I can tell you one thing. I have more and more difficulty telling somebody that just wants to have a scanner radio to spend $400 or $500 for a scanner. Maybe you could get yourself a little dongle, like the RTL dongles that are very cheap. You can typically have one for like $10, and of course, they do require a computer, but these dongles will give you the capacity of scanning the bands, and I think that is one of the best scanners you can have to try out. So these are this little dongle. I'm just gonna take out the adapter here. So it's one of the dongles like this. This cost me, shipping included, like $10, not even $9 on eBay. And with a special driver on your PC and SDR Sharp or HD SDR software, this becomes a scanner. Now, it doesn't scan as fast as a real handheld scanner, but you know what? If you're not sure, I think what's cool with that is that it doesn't cost a lot just to see what types of signals are around you. And if you really, really find it cool and want to learn more and want to listen more, then maybe you can spend all that money. But I would try something cheap before doing anything like that, for sure. Hossie Orlando, I'm not sure if there are still the ICOM ICR20 left in any stores. I know it's discontinued for a while. Jerry says nope and no longer in production. So yeah, eBay's maybe the best place, but even there, I've seen crazy people on eBay sell that for $1,000, which, okay, I love my R20, but it is not worth $1,000. Okay, I will not pay $1,000 for that. So I don't understand, but check out eBay. I think it's one of the best places for that. What else do we have? I'm going to go back. And we have 2 chats now, so it's always okay. David Snyder says that 15 1340. What do I have here? Do I have something on 15? I got Cuba on 15140, but or do you mean 340 maybe? I don't know. Got nothing here for that. What else do we have? Okay, for 15140. Oh, that's Cuba. Radio Havana, Cuba. It's their frequency that they use in the afternoons, North America. That's Radio Havana, Cuba, and it is French. It has Haitian, French, and English in the afternoons. What is a little sad is that sometimes Oman will be strong, and they kind of interfere with each other. This is the negative side of Radio Havana, Cuba. They don't look at any list, so they just jump on a frequency and they decide that that's what they want to use. That's the sad part. They should look a little more. So pretty good. So hey, Chris D, nice to have you on board. Neil Toombs, really nice to have you on board also. So David Snyder, nice to have you there. Brian Iowa just received his SDR play and SDR Uno. I will definitely have to search for pirate stations on Halloween. That's a great idea. And it's pretty cool that you have that. These are great devices. Hello, QRP radio listener from Ponza Island de Giuseppe. Giuseppe. Nice to have you on board. So pretty cool. Erie, Pennsylvania dude. Uniden USB programmable pocket scanner 500 channel. Excellent DXer, nice to have you on board. I picked up CFRB on 1010 early this morning besides hearing their shortwave signal simulcast on CFRX 6070. Cool, that is nice. I often have both in the evening when the sun goes down. I often have 1010 and 6070 here together pretty much. So nice to have everybody. Hello, Mike Lee. No buffering, everything seems good, so I guess everything is okay. Here PA dude has a cherry cola. That's good. I haven't had a cherry Coke in like a million years. I don't even remember what it tastes like. So pretty cool. So I can see Radeon 15,000 does not look like it's changing. Yeah, earlier I had the WWV on 15,000, but now there's not a lot. It's there, but it's weak. I had WWV this afternoon on 25. Now it's not there, but this afternoon, 25 megahertz for about an hour. I had WWV on 25 megahertz today. Hey, John S. Bonjour. Nice to have you on board. Sorry if I'm late and a little on saying a little hi to everybody. What else do we have? Mike Lee says, drinking a cold can of Coca-Cola and Italian breakfast pizza. That sounds good. That sounds good. Neil Toom says, show going on the Raz later. Watch out, Montreal. Yeah. Oh, man. So, what else do we have here? Mike Lee's laughing because I said I don't give a damn for it. So hello everybody, really nice to have everyone on board on both chat rooms. So sorry if it takes a little time sometimes, so I say hello because 2 chat rooms is a little more challenging, especially when there's a lot of people. What else do we have here? So Neil Toombs is in bed watching, that's cool. Taking it relaxed, it's perfect. The X Place, hello. Anton in Belgium, nice to have you on board. What else do we have here? Richard Cook says that he's got nothing on 20 megahertz for. I do have a slight WWV. Slight WWV. What else do we have here? One-time pad, nice to have you on board, Adrian. James Megawatt. No, I've not gone for my ham ticket yet. I really should, and I really need to. I know that, especially with all the knowledge I have, it's probably something that's extremely easy for me to go to and pass. But I have to check it out for sure. What do we have? Vizel says, what kind of interference would cover everything from 3,000 kilohertz to 7,000 kilohertz? It's a really loud beep sound, and I can't hear a thing on them. There must be some kind of electronic device around your home or a neighbor's home that is emitting a loud buzzing or tones like, you know, if I go here, for example, 7. I'm not hearing one now, but I do have from time to time a buzzing types that's kind of a tone. It sounds like a tone, and it interferes a lot. But there's definitely something from, you know, the around you. Turn off the power around you of everything you have, your big screen TV or any device you have, your computers. Unplug them from the wall socket and check out if it doesn't come from your home. If it's not, it might be unfortunately something from a neighbor. That's a little more complicated to fix, basically. It can even be something, a utility pole with something that's, you know, that could be as far as 100, 200 meters from you that's just emitting a lot of noise. That's the sad part of listening to shortwave, unfortunately. Simon Smith, nice to have you. From South Coast of England. Mad Radio DXer, nice to have you on board. What else do we have here? Of course, we'll have to start tuning around if I have to tune around eventually. And one time Pat says my LEDs in the kitchen, my LEDs in the kitchen affect that range. A lot of lighting equipment, LEDs, halogen, or even fluorescent, do a lot of buzzing and problems. So, hello everyone, nice to have you on board. Hello, Muson, of course, Mad Radio DXer. Oh yeah, I do need a fin du monde. I think that would, you know what? I should have taken the time and got to my get my beer before I go. Unfortunately, what happened, is I had 2 beers and I thought, well, I'll keep them for today. And yesterday, I had a pretty big day's work. And when I got home, I was soaking wet. It was raining yesterday. I was soaking wet, got home. I just sat down in front of the TV and I said, the hell with it. I'm taking the beers. I'll buy others tomorrow. So I took the 2 beers that I had kept for the show last night while watching TV. What else do we have here? Like PLF says, a used ICOM R20 would be a good deal. The only thing that is missing out of an R20 would be trunking, because there's a lot of trunking today on the VHF, UHF bands. But like Santar says, if that R20 did trunking, I could toss out all my other scanners. Yes. Mike JK says, interested in airband, marine, and HF bands. Was looking at a second-hand Jupiter MVT 7300 EU handheld scanner, but there doesn't appear to be much info on this radio. I do like your ICR20, but here in the UK it's very expensive. Yeah, it is an expensive little radio, and depending on the markets, it's even worse. One thing that I would say, if you're interested in HF and interested in marine, airband, stuff like that, you know what? I would look into maybe more of a regular style scanner, and instead of having a wideband receiver, I would invest part of my money into something like this, a PL660, a PL680, that costs around $100, $120. This would give you better shortwave performance than a wideband portable receiver. These are okay, like my R20. The R20 is okay on shortwave, but it's just okay. My Texan PL680 that I just shown you beats my R20 in performance on the shortwave bands. So I would consider 2 radios instead of a wideband radio if you want to have good performance. I understand, that it's fun to have in one package a radio that does it all, but they usually don't perform super well on the shortwave bands. So you'd be better off with more of a regular scanner or VHF, UHF, and a shortwave portable for HF, and you'd have better performance, I would say, and might actually cost you less. So, So there was a Jerry. There was a pirate yesterday on 51. Well, I think it's that relay station that was on 5150 last night, but it wasn't very strong. Actually, propagation this week for anybody that listened was kind of in the dumpster. We had a lot of geomagnetic storming going on. So that is that is the problem here this week. There are lots of problem with the. I'm getting distracted by everything in the chats. So yeah. So we're gonna tune the bands. We're gonna start at I don't know. Let's start. Let's see if Radio Africa from WRMI comes in, and see if I. So I do not have Radio Africa. Let's see if there's some AMs on the 15-meter band. The 50-meter band seems to be pretty dead. Let's go down to 17 meters and then go into the international broadcast band. Something around 18.14315 upper sideband.
Roger, Kilo Zero Alpha Delta Zulu. You're 5959 Kansas, over.
K0 station from Kansas. Hello, Drago. Nice to have you on board. Pretty cool. Jerry says the slow reflex 78. K index is 3. So we're just moving out of a geomagnetic storming period. So that's what's happening. What else do we have? Movie Man 44. There's a lot of pirate radio activity. We're even going to check now in case I have one right now. Well, it's not making it right now, but I believe 5150 is active right now on the shortwave bands. I don't know if anybody in the Northeast can hear it better than me, but it seems to be there. It's just not making it strong enough here in Montreal. Still too much daylight. So that's pretty good. $45.83 a radio teletype, and you guys in Europe should get that. 4583 radio teletype marine weather from Hamburg, Germany. I don't know if it's coming up to 4583. Let's check it out. It's not making it here, but yep. If you're in Europe, you can decode that. What else do we have? So, hey Joshua Burton, nice to have you on board from Kentucky. Pretty cool. By the way, if I miss out on anyone that I didn't say hi, just want to say, just say hi again. I'll be happy to. Say hello. Simon Smith says that there's lots of pirate radio Sunday mornings, 48-meter band in Europe. There's a lot of pirates in Europe, more than in North America. One time Pat says his Texan PL660 is great all around except the air band. I'm only 20 kilometers from Dublin Airport here in Ireland, and I only rarely get the tower and the quality that's worth listening to. It's the same thing, by the way, for the PL680. The air band on this thing is not extremely good. I get the strong planes and stuff like that, but I get it much better on the either the ICOM R20 or the ICOM R8500. They aren't, it's cool to have the band, but they aren't great performers in general on those bands. So yep, clocks change November 6th. So 2 weeks in a row that it's going to be a little puzzling for shortwave listeners, there's the B schedule season that starts Sunday, and we're going to talk about that tomorrow because we have our shortwave hangout tomorrow. And also the time change, that always mixes up a little bit some of you that aren't used to universal time. It's always, and even the seasoned shortwave listener like me will sometimes just, forget that we're not, 4 hours anymore. It's 5 hours. Yep, all of that's coming up now. One time Pat says Hamburg RT2Y got it in Dublin, clear as a bell. Nice. Phonic RC. Hello, and thank you for the compliment. Says that thanks for doing this. One of the best resources we have. Keep up the live broadcast. I intend to. And anybody that doesn't agree with what I say or isn't happy with whatever I do, there's other channels to go to on Shortwave on the YouTube stuff. And that's pretty much it, I like criticism. There's good criticism that it's okay. But when you say that I'm not fair with everyone, that's not true. Okay. Nice to have everyone on board. Yeah, in Europe, I guess in Europe it's this weekend, and in North America it's next weekend that we're changing our times. It's like one week difference between North America and Europe. Jerry says 14.143.7 upper sideband S9. So let's just go back to 143. Hello there, W5 MRM. It seems like there are haters, trolls for every YouTube channel these days. Wish those folks would waste their time somewhere else. Yeah, there was a podcast that I was watching Wednesday, and they were talking about YouTube, how the comments system, and how there's a lot of broken things on YouTube where unfortunately trolls have too much fun doing what they want, and they were talking about how it could be fixed or not, and it's a very complex issue, and I think the best thing is to just ignore. I think that's the best thing, because when trolls are ignored, well, they stop doing it because it doesn't do anything. Hello, Susan in California from the email. Nice to have you on board. And this is 17790, and I believe it comes out of WRMI. Let me just check it out here. WRMI 17790. I think usually it's Brother Stare, if I'm not mistaken there. That doesn't sound like Brother Stare. So yeah, it does say here, no, it's not. 17. Oh, that's interesting. 17790 is not. There's nothing on the list here that says 02 to 1200. So.
Following family, okay? I don't know where to go. So I tell the Lord.
I would guess this comes out of WRMI. My guess would be that, because it's not written in the list here of EIBI space.de. but I would think that this is WRMI with some sort of religious program going on right now. So Jerry says, my neighbor is a troll, ignored him years ago. Hey Richard, loaded Arbitron software and was wondering if the frequencies under the rotor radio tab are accurate, or is there a list of satellite frequencies that is available? No, go to Google and type Japan Echo 9 satellite list. He's got a very accurate satellite frequency list for amateur radio. Some of the frequencies in Arbitron are not accurate. Don't follow these frequencies. There's a lot of them that are not accurate at all. So Japan Echo 9 satellite frequency list. You'll be sent to a Japanese website. It's a Japanese amateur that actually puts the list up to date every day. And it's the best list around. And it always tells you which satellites are active and which are not. By the way, I had a lot of fun listening to FunCube AO73 with the repeater, and the amateur radio stations are in upper sideband and the 2-meter band. Heard 2 or 3 different passes this week, and had a lot of fun listening to amateur radio. I posted one video, I believe, on the VHF channel, and it's one of the great satellites to listen to. There was another one that I'm trying to remember which satellite it is that does have upper sideband also, but that one seems to be quiet. Not a lot of people are using it, so lots of fun. So yeah, maybe that's it, Centaur. That's I did think about that also. Brother Stare sometimes has guest speakers, so yes, it is true. Sometimes there's other people talking on Brother Stare's broadcast, so it possibly is that. PLF says clear signal on 4583 on the Eton G6 for the RTTY. That's cool. If you use FLDG, you can decode the weather. So no problem, Rich. The best frequency list around for amateur satellites, I can tell you that. And don't look too much at the frequencies in Arbitron. They are not very accurate. And make sure when anybody that uses Arbitron, make sure that you update the satellite frequencies. And one little thing that I need to tell people: if you are using Windows 10, Windows 8, and you install Arbitron, when you install it, right-click the icon of Arbitron and go in the properties to set compatibility mode to Windows. You can use Windows XP or Windows 7. I used Windows XP Service Pack 3, and give it administrative privileges. 2 reasons for this. Arbitron has not been updated for a long time. It's not designed to run in Windows 8 or 10, but it does. The only thing is that some glitches appear if you don't put it in compatibility mode. And the second thing is, if you don't give it administrative rights, what's going to happen is that when you download the latest lists of satellites, they don't register with the software because the software is prevented from saving them on the hard drive, and that's a security feature of Windows 10 and 8. So by giving it administrative privileges in the compatibility mode, you also give it the right to update its elements so that the satellite list is always accurate. So that's very important because I have to do this on all my computers to make sure that Arbitron works right. So it's a little tip here for anybody using Arbitron for satellites. So that is probably WRMI, like I was saying, on 17790. Hello, Danny, Shortwave, and Radio DX. Nice to have you on board. 13845 is WWCR, David Snyder. It's one that I hear very, very often. And Man Radio DXer says, I saw a cake with the head of a troll today when shopping. Maybe it was a real head. Who knows? Who knows? Yeah, it's Brother Stare. Yeah, thanks for the for letting me know. And let's continue. Hey, Leonardo Mojaro, nice to have you on board. Leo, nice to be have everybody here. And pretty cool. So, okay, let's continue tuning around the bands.
5053.
They're all expecting me.
This is Brother Stare.
I'm fixing up.
No problem, Neil. Take care. Always fun to have you around. Yeah, well, there's no, even if you're using Windows 7, there's no, it doesn't hurt to give it compatibility mode and everything. So even if you did it on Windows 7, it's okay. Because I believe it is compatible with Windows 7. I think it's the last operating system that Arbitron was made for. So let's cross our fingers that it's going to continue working for future updates of Windows. By the way, guys, today you noticed that I was at 2000 hours for tuning the bands. The previous tuning the bands were all at 2100. I am going to stay at the 2000 hours time slot for the winter time. And the reason is the sun now is setting quite early here. And if I put it at 2100, we're going to be too close to nighttime, and I enjoy having the propagation of an hour and a half before sunset to about an hour after sunset. It gives interesting listening and gives some interesting DX with the gray line. So all the future shows are all at 2000 hours UTC, so you can put that in your in your calendar if you want. All the shows will be at 2000 hours UTC for the winter time. So I think that's going to be an okay time for pretty much everybody.
In those days, there were no more
WWCR on 15825 from Nashville, Tennessee, USA. It has a very high-pitched whine on the signal, and I do believe that transmitter has problems because it often has either a high-pitched noise or distortion across the bands. So WWCR 15825.
turned to see the voice and that spoke to him.
Yeah, it's a radio teletype, Rich. I'm not sure which from where. I know it's encrypted, so I can't decode it. But yes, definitely there's a radio teletype signal here. I just check quickly just to see if somebody has reported any info on this. 16.122 kilohertz RTTY shortwave. Let's see if anybody has. Here it says, interesting. Let's just check it out here. I'm not sure it's not decodable. Let me just check here. That would be, I don't know, DWD, Hamburg. I'm not sure exactly where it comes from, but it's not one of the frequencies that I see here for Hamburg, so. And I do believe I have tried in the past to decode it and never did work. So unless somebody knows, there's definitely, of course, a radio teletype. I don't know if anybody has ever decoded this one, basically, but pretty cool. Hey, Tim Robinson, welcome back. And hey, while you're here, I'm going to give you the privileges for moderator. And who else? Did I give it to other people? I believe Ray Kelly. I gave it to Ray Kelly, I believe. But let's check it out. Ray. Hey Ray, I'm going to give you moderator status. If you see anybody going crazy, moderator status on the YouTube chat, so that you can block out anybody that tries to do trolling. Chris D says, got the Sony ICF SW77 last week. Really loves the radio. It does seem like a good radio. David Snyder cannot hear 17790. Let's go back down the list now. Hey, Thomas Brogan, nice to have you on board. Really cool. Mike Lee's using Linux Mint 17.2 and Windows 7. So that's nice. One Type Pad says amateurs booming on 3976. And so thanks guys for being there for Ray and Tim for the moderator status. Always nice to have people you can count on. And of course there's going to be other people that I will add with time. Hey Alonzo Mart, nice to have you on board. And Phonic RC says on 14310 there's a Colorado contesting station. So let's continue, slowly going down the list. Is the Degen DE1103 made of rubber like the Ethon radios? No, it's not made of rubber. It's more of a plastic receiver than a rubberish feel like the Grundig G5 that I have. I hate that rubberish rubber finish because it, when you I used it a lot in all sorts of environments, and it became full of like little specks of dust that just don't come off anymore, and it looks like beat and battered. The Degen D1103 is more of a plastic receiver, so it's more like the Texan PL receivers. So okay. Let's continue tuning around. 15825. I was at WWCR.
I fell at his feet for an hour.
About the future there. So is Dr. Oz Guinness, who's author of The Global Public Square, who's been a guest.
WEWN from United States on 15610.
You're on the cusp. We are on the cusp of a major Christian outbreak in China. And the good news is that it's been effective not only with the, quote, lower classes, but it's actually had tremendous clout among upper classes and those who operate universities and large businesses. I don't know if there's much evidence of it hitting people in government yet.
Let's check out for the Cuban numbers, 11635. Now there is a carrier. 11635 will have the Cuban number station.
Mob was functioning very.
That's amazing. There's not a lot of amateur stations on the 20-meter band. I hear BPSK 31 here. There's a lot of PSK 31 signals on 14070, but there doesn't seem to be much upper sideband stuff happening. WWCR and 13845 from Nashville, Tennessee, USA. 4835 should not propagate here, I don't think. Let's just try 4835, but not even a carrier for me on 4835. Ray says the 20-meter band is dead in Nova Scotia also. Not a lot of stuff happening. Yeah, probably. 11635, but there was a carrier, so yep. Not very strong, but the Cuban lady's here. She's there, but she's not very, very strong. Radio Havana, Cuba, 13740. No, I'm not familiar with the Target HF3 receiver. I've heard, but don't really know much about it. I don't know if anybody has more details on that. HF3. Just looking at it right now. And looking at the shortwave receiver here from the looks like a small, yeah, just check it out here. It's R3. Anybody have one of those? HF3M. These are small little. They look like they remind me of the comm radio, the small package. 30 kilohertz to 30 megahertz specs. Looks interesting. Wonder if it performs well then.
El área del Caribe y la zona del Mediterráneo por las siguientes bandas y frecuencias de la onda corta. En la banda de 16 metros por 17.730 kHz. En la banda de 22 metros por 13.745 metros por 11.760 y 11.740 kHz. En la banda de 31 metros por 9.535 y 9.710 kHz. Y en la banda tropical de 60 metros por 5.040 kHz. En La Habana nos pueden sintonizar de frecuencia modulada por 102.5 MHz. En la Isla de la Juventud por los 91.7 MHz. Y en las provincias cubanas de Artemisa, Mayabeque y Pilar.
The B2 Film Festival presents top pieces from prestigious festivals of Cannes, Berlin and Venice. Over this weekend, in 30 towns all across Slovakia, film lovers have the possibility to visit directors, although are rarely included in standard distribution. Nevertheless, films provided with English subtitles can be seen only in the
13695 sounds like Radio Slovakia. Yep, Radio Slovakia via WRMI in Florida. 13695 is Radio Slovakia English right now. Not very strong at the moment, but hearing.
October the 28th marks the establishment of Czechoslovakia. It arose from the ruins of Austro-Hungarian monarchy back in 1918. This establishment was agreed by the so-called Split Agreement that was initiated by This Czech philosopher is closely linked to the beginnings of the common state of Czechs and Slovaks, along with Czech lawyer Edvard Beneš and Slovak general and scientist Milan Rastislav-Štěpán. For the constitution that was approved in 1920. Slovaks took economic and cultural advantages from the first common state. Czechoslovakia
By the way, just want to mention, because somebody asked me when I do my live shows, he knows there's amateur radio bands and he knows there's, international broadcast bands. And he was wondering, one of the questions he sent me by email was, why do I tune on frequency ranges where he says he usually doesn't hear anything like, 12 megahertz or 16 megahertz? And my answer to that is simple. If you don't tune these frequency ranges, you will miss out on something because you never know where a signal, unusual signal, might pop up on the shortwave frequency ranges. So it is interesting to sometimes tune because you will hear, you might hear unusual stuff, or you might hear something you didn't know was there just because usually propagation doesn't work well. And then suddenly one night, you're tuning around, and behold, there's something there. So I do like to tune around every frequency range. You never know what you can catch. Very weak BBC on 12095. I usually get better reception than that for the BBC. But propagation is not great tonight.
Los españoles fallecidos en Roma que reposan en su panteón que se celebrarán el miércoles 2 de noviembre a las 11 horas. También en la celebración eucarística en la Iglesia Nacional Española a las 12:30 horas y el responso y ofrenda floral en el Panteón de la Obra Pía, en el cementerio del Campo Verano, Vecchio, reparto de 451.
WEWN in the United States in Spanish.
Prensa de presentación del tercer encuentro mundial de los movimientos populares en programa en Roma del 3 al 5 de noviembre. Intervinieron Monseñor Silvano Tomasi, secretario delegado del Fondo.
Nope, didn't hear anything on 13270. I'm going to try it again to see, but nothing on 13270 right now.
Este ya es nuestro tercer encuentro y si siguiéramos la meta.
The PPE time station, PLF, is a time station off of Brazil on 10 megahertz. That's what he's hearing right now. It's a Brazilian time station.
Referéndum tiene lugar después del 10 de y Maduro es revocado.
Radio Martí in Spanish. This is a broadcast to Cuba from the United States on 11930. Pretty good reception tonight. No Cuban jamming over it.
Electoral no afín al oficialismo dijo que los opositores de Maduro tendrán para recolectar las nuevas firmas que deben sumar cerca de 4 millones en respaldo del referéndum, esas fechas entre el 26 y el 28 de octubre. Al acabar una reunión del directorio en la que se discutía las condiciones de la consulta, reunión que se prolongó por 3 días, Rondón declaró a la prensa que salvó su voto por considerar que los criterios técnicos aprobados.
One time Pat says can't hear 4625 tonight. Last time I heard the buzzer was I think it was last Sunday. Last Sunday evening around 0100. I just opened the radio. Actually, I just opened the radio to check if it was there. And I could hear it in the noise, but I could hear that it was there. So last time I've heard 4625 was last Sunday here. I think Sunday or Monday. And if I'm not mistaken, I posted it or something. And I think it's Ray in Nova Scotia that just said, oh yeah, I'm hearing it also here. I think I posted it on Facebook.
You depart from me. Eran sectores derechistas. En su cuenta
Radio Havana, Cuba, 11760.
nacional venezolana fortaleció su política inconstitucional a través de marchas violentas financiadas por transnacionales. Una declaración de apoyo al proceso.
Well, this week and in the past month or so, we had a lot of geomagnetic storming that unfortunately did make shortwave propagation, below average. And it's sad because this is the time of year where usually it isn't too bad on propagation. But there were many coronal holes that let out a lot of solar wind that disturbed the geomagnetic field. This week we had a lot of disturbance and the K-index rose to 7. So not the best week for shortwave, that's for sure.
Para desligar lo antes posible el proceso de paz entre ambas partes. Desde la Casa de Nariño, expresó Santos que el tiempo urge porque el cese del fuego pactado es frágil, hacer un resumen de los pasos dados tras el plebiscito del 2 de octubre, mientras comentó que resulta
Yes, absolutely, PLF. That's the fun of shortwave. Being able to listen to things like that are sometimes amazing. And it sure is a good DX to, when you think about it. Time signal stations aren't very powerful. compared to international broadcasters. And to hear it in Netherlands from Brazil is a nice thing.
28 de octubre 1769. Nace Simón Rodríguez, filósofo y educador venezolano. Fue uno de los intelectuales americanos más importantes de su...
Oh, Man Radio the Xer got Nigeria on 1440 kilohertz last night. Nice, that is cool.
Transmitirá a Simón Bolívar al desempeñarse como su maestro y mentor. 1900.
It's on Chris D. It's on 6998. It is a known buzzer frequency, 6998. So that's probably the frequency that you're hearing at close to 7,000.
1959. Desaparece en el mar el avión en que viajaba el querido comandante Camilo Cienfuegos Gorriarán, expedicionario del diategrama y uno de los...
I think it's Richard Cook that received it on 9250, which is an harmonic. 4625 times 2 is 9250. And he was wondering why he would hear it. No weather on 10051. I think I'm hearing PPE Brazil maybe here too. I just heard a beep. Now there doesn't seem to be a lot more. I'm gonna check it out. I think I'm hearing PPE from Brazil also on 10 megahertz right now. So pretty cool. When we talk of the old stations that we miss. No, Radio Prague is relayed by WRMI, by the way, guys. If you look at the schedule of WRMI, there are a few times where Radio Prague is relayed. You can listen to Radio Prague English from WRMI. I don't remember what times in the schedule, but it is a possibility, like Radio Slovakia. Yep, it's relayed from WRMI. Just to give you guys an idea, I'm going to look at the schedule here. If I look at Prague, so Radio Prague, let's just check it out here. Can I give you guys a little bit of schedule? That, of course, is going to be over Sunday. It's probably going to change. So, okay, here goes. We have a Radio Prague English to North America, and it's 11580 from 0230 to 300 hours UTC, and that's for Eastern North America from WRMI. Radio Prague in English. So 11580, 0230 to 300. So that's one you could try tonight. We have Monday to Saturday, 12 to 12:30 UT on 9955. Also 03 to 03:30 on 9955, and that's Sunday and Monday only. So what else do we have? Western North America, Radio Prague is on 5850 at 2330 to 2400 hours UTC. So these are nice Radio Prague transmissions out of WRMI. So hey Kimberly, K6YYL, long time no see. Nice to have you on board from California. So check it out. Radio Prague via WRMI has a few schedules, so check it out. The Joe Adamov show was something special on Voice of Russia. I miss a few stations. I miss Radio Sweden. I miss HCJB out of Quito, Ecuador. I miss what do I miss? Swiss Radio International. Radio Canada International. There's a few that I do miss. There's at least you can listen to Prague and to Slovakia. Thanks to WRMI. By the way, I sent a reception report to WRMI this week, and I actually have told them how I found it really, really useful and interesting that they would relay stations like Radio Prague, Radio Slovakia, AWR Wavescan, and I told them that I actually asked them a question if they would be thinking of in the future maybe adding more shortwave broadcasts, relays like that, because I found it was one of the very, very cool things that they would do. So I didn't have a reply yet, but it would be nice if they would reply back and say if they could add more shortwave relays. Yes, Richard. Nothing on 9996 right now, Richard, as you see. Not very strong, but Greece on 9935 kilohertz. Kimberly says, I know it's been a little while, just was missing the timing for some reason or another. Yeah, it's, we have our lives, eh? And it's, I just look at myself at how I don't have time to do anything anymore. And sometimes I'm telling myself I should really, really, take one day of the week and say, look, that day you do what you want to do, not what the world is trying to let you do, unfortunately. And Kimberly says that she's missing Radio Canada International as well, RCI. I still think of them. I love the mailbag. Yep. I miss a lot of the stations of the past of shortwave also. One that I had that I enjoyed, even though it was a bad time for them, Radio RSA, which was in South Africa. What stations would I say that I kind of miss one thing about what China Radio International is today is I miss the feel and of their programs when they were called Radio Peking. That was kind of more, it sounded almost a little more like, North Korea like. But I miss that feel, Radio Peking, which for me was more interesting than China Radio International.
Dios, Juana, esto no se puede soportar.
Well, one thing I can tell you guys, propagation is crappy tonight because we usually hear so much more than this on the shortwave bands. So 9565's Radio Marti from United States.
Comprende, aquí, la alimentación aquí es, pero muy serio. Y son los problemas fundamentales y es para allá y para acá, y que se yo diciendo que va a resolver el petróleo. Pero el dinero que recibieron cuando el petróleo estaba...
Radio Luxembourg is gone. It's gone from shortwave a long time ago. So it's sad. Lots of stations, unfortunately. It's really sad to have that. Back in 2 minutes, guys. DX the cat is actually telling me with his very, very. He's looking at me fiercely, telling me, "Hey, I want to have some food, human." So 2 seconds. I'm coming back. I'm gonna give some food to the cat.
Inmigración en la extranjería, esos son los que controlan los cubanos aquí, no se meten en lo cobran bien cobrado y las reglas del gobierno de Cuba son escandalosas, ¿te das cuenta? Y entonces él cree que con ¿cómo se llama? La inflación se combate aumentando los salarios. Oye, yo puedo ganar lo que sea, pero el dinero aquí no vale nada, para eso tienen una fábrica de dinero en Maracay, mi vida, por Dios, y fabrican el dinero aquí, tú vas al banco a cobrar. Yo que estoy jubilado, y yo quisiera que tuvieras, necesitas una carretilla. Esto se va a volver como pasó con las inflaciones de los países del sur. Ahora ya dijeron, han dicho, y que van a cambiar la moneda, y que van a hacer monedas de a 1000. Imagínate tu moneda fraccionaria de 1000 bolívares, ¿a dónde vamos a llegar? Y billetes de 5000 y de 10.000. Chica, esto es una falta de absoluta de respeto. Esta gente no han aprendido nada de la historia, Juana. Nada han aprendido de la historia. Cativía.
The idea of stand up God's law and then go against God's law. Homosexuality is a sin, just like murder is a sin, to be punished in the same manner. God gave you no right to choose to be a homosexual, then He didn't give you the right to choose to be a murderer, I think.
Hey there, Jeffrey. Nice to have you on board from New Hampshire. Couch potato.
Who are Bible thumpers behind this man, and let's get him going. No, it's time to smash the bear in America. It's time that the man, I don't care how small the Indian, I don't care how sincere you appear, it's time to say, no, I will stand on what the here is the law, and this is the way it is. It doesn't allow for immigration, it doesn't allow for one very big important not if I may say God consider you who to be a Christian. But He thanks God, the God of the universe, who put on me.
This is WTWW in Lebanon, Tennessee.
Your book, you say that you believe
True news from WRMI in Florida.
no matter who's elected, that was shaky. Did you elaborate on that?
Yeah, and for instance, when you're talking about the survival, information, stuff like that, and I've been taking great interest in that since I've been following it. And I believe that when something happens,
somebody shared with me, Mike Lee, saying, I got 4 cats and we simple mere humans are their sole slaves, don't you know? A friend of mine shared this week a post that I found funny. And the post is a girl that says, my cat is wonderful. He lets me live with him. It's like it's the cat's home. And it's pretty much that, you know? It's like everywhere is the cat's place.
Which is militating against the kingdom of God.
Oh yeah, I saw that, Jeffrey, the other day. So it's pretty cool. You're walking cats. You're gonna be able to do more. And at least I'm happy to know that you enjoy my shows and they help you pass time.
In one of the towers on the 22nd floor, that the elevator got locked as the plane hit the building. And everybody was on their cell phones, all the business guys, the guys calling their assistants, get the elevator working. They didn't know a plane hit the building.
Let's try it out. 11.387. Ain't hearing anything on that frequency, Rich.
Come on. He takes the handle, pounds on the drywall till he hears a hollow spot. Card.
Hussey Orlando says slavery to a pet is not as stressful as economic slavery. Yeah.
Floor, I think.
Hello, David Reed from Whitby, Ontario, Canada. Nice to have you on board. And by the way, I didn't mention it at the beginning of the show. People tell me that I don't mention this often enough. But I'm located in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, for those that are watching and wondering what is this guy doing and where is he. So we are tuning tonight the shortwave radio bands. And there's a nice gang of people in the chat room, and basically we're having fun. And we are tuning the shortwave bands out of Montreal, Quebec, Canada. And propagation is rather crappy at the moment, so it's one of the probably one of the worst tuning the bands that I've seen in a long time. Take care, Mike Lee. Always nice to have you on board. And maybe see you tomorrow. Tomorrow we have another show at 2000 hours UT. (8424) CW is a channel marker from SVO. This is the maritime station in Greece. So what you're hearing in Morse code is the letters SVO. So it says VVV, which means basically to all stations. Then it says from, and then it says SVO. And this is a maritime CW marker. And here they are now sending some traffic. And what could be Sitor or something like that, Sitor B or Navtex. So PLF says solar flux 79, A18, K3. Well, K3 is not super bad. But what I've noticed is that I believe that when we've had some strong geomagnetic disturbances, basically, it takes time for the ionosphere to really recover correctly. So, solar flux to 79 is not that great. I gotta say it's a little low. A index I don't take count because A index is the last 24 hours. It's an average. So, but K3, yeah, could be better. Could be like 0 or 1. But 3 is better than 7. So, it's not fantastic tonight. Part of it might be the solar flux that's low. It has a lot of problems supporting the frequencies I'm listening to. Hey, Michael Brown, nice to have you on board. He's hearing Gander on 6604 upper sideband, the weather station, the Volmet on 6604. That's a nice catch from across the Atlantic Ocean. Actually, the sun is not storming really. It's in its declining phase. What's happening is that the sun, from time to time, has what we call coronal holes, which are places where the magnetic lines, or the magnetic field lines on the sun open up, and when that happens, the solar wind gets stronger. And this week we had one of the biggest coronal holes I've seen in a long time. So the Earth has been in a stream of high solar wind for at least 3 days now. It's about to end. This weekend should be better, but it did disturb the communications a lot on shortwave. Hey, Florian SSL, nice to have you on board. And Michael Place said that Germany, we have Heavy Thunder. Very happy that I can still connect to the internet. Well, at least you got that. And yeah, don't risk having your radios ruined because of thunderstorm activity. Aussie Orlando says all the election propaganda is causing bad propagation. That could be. Donald Trump's at it. WBCQ in Maine with is I think it's the old time music, which is I think the Fred Flintstone show or something like that. No, I didn't hear Richard WLO. I was actually surprised. I heard SVO from Greece on 8424. But I did not hear WLO on 8422. I was actually surprised. It's one of the regulars usually here. She won't go to jail. Come on. that's not jamming. 6973 sounds like some kind of digital mode of some sort. It's very weird. It looks like white noise a little bit, but there's I seem to hear some kind of digital hash in there. If they are jamming, I don't know what they are trying to jam on 6973 though. Hey, SG1, Eastern Nebraska. Nice to have you on board. Surprisingly, 79 Fahrenheit. Lucky you. We had some snow last night for about an hour, then it changed to rain. Right now here it's 4.7 Celsius. That's about, barely making it to 40 degrees Fahrenheit. And it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. It's a little colder than usual for this time of year. And a lot of rain this weekend. N8 FM, nice to have you on board. It's 52 Fahrenheit, 11 Celsius where he is. So pretty cool too. So nice to have everybody on board. Propagation is horrible. So gave you voice a fast load in the other chat room. So should be okay. Thorin SSL says I have my radio and playing some dance trance music. Okay, cool. So nice to check out. So 6973 does sound like Rich in Atlanta has 80 Fahrenheit. Wow, nice. I'd like to have 1 or 2 days at 80 Fahrenheit before we get into our deep, cold, and snowy winter. Funny, in the UK they're hearing 6604 upper sideband vomit, and I'm barely receiving it today.
For the period ending 0600 Baltimore, listen.
Rich, yep, I think you are right, Richard. With the propagation being as bad, I don't think we're going to have a 4-hour hangout, that's for sure. Yeah, do you have a fast load? Do you have, I need to find mine. You know what, fast load? If I can find my old clock that synchronizes with WWVB, I'll loan you the clock and see if that clock synchronizes. Because I'm wondering if it's because maybe the signal of WWVB is too weak where you are. Or you've got too much noise on that frequency range. That's interesting. No, 6973 upper sideband is, I don't think it's a jammer. It sounds more like a digital hash from time to time. Now there's nothing, but I did hear it a little earlier. I have the impression of some kind of data burst that's happening there. '63 40 upper sideband is 6339 is Boston sending out its HF fax weather charts. Austin Orlando says bad propagation is a cue for another Jill funny story. Yeah, maybe. It could be a fast load. I don't know. But you know, it's very, very touchy. I got to say here that my weather station only synchronizes in very specific spots around the home. But it's possible there could be something going on also. That's true. So that's for sure. What else do we have here? We'd still have to hear the coordinated universal time signal. Yeah, well, it's like, let's just check out the WWV frequencies. 15's not making it. 10's not making it. Propagation is bad because no frequencies of WWV coming in at this time. That is showing that propagation is really, really, really bad. Can tell you that. Don't know about you guys, but I've rarely seen shortwave as bad as that. Really, really amazing. I've rarely seen shortwave so bad and so crappy. Man, this is amazing. Really amazing. Hey, hello Lee Locke. Thank you for the thumbs up. Always fun to have these live shows and have fun. He says it's 64 Fahrenheit in Windroll Peninsula indoors with the central heating off. Hey, Hart Bodger, nice to have you on board. Bonjour, Gilles from Dorval. No problem, Hart. Nice to have you on board. Thank you very much for being here. And bonjour. What else do we have here? Yeah, well, I'm going to do some changes soon, Fastload. I'm reorganizing everything. So things are going to be different soon. What else do we have? So, you know, really bad propagation. Incredible. I have the impression it actually became even worse than it was earlier. I'd be curious to see the K index maybe is actually getting higher than it was earlier, because man, wow. Yeah, I need to find a small clock. I searched all over my office to find a small clock that I had at one point here. And I wanted to put it back here, so when I do the tuning the bands, I could actually, you guys could actually see the time. Because when I do the shortwave hangouts like tomorrow, that's cool because the big clock is there. But I can't find my small clock. I'll need to buy a new one at the store. They're not really expensive, so this week I'm going to go and purchase one and have a small travel clock kind of here. So basically. Oh, pretty cool. PL 310 for 32. That's nice, and that's a nice little receiver. PL 310 ET from Texan is a nice one. So and Mad Radio the Xer says he thought his antenna was bad the other day. And but it was the conditions that were bad. Yeah, it's just horrible. Tonight is the I gotta say, of all the tuning the bands that I've did live, tonight is the crappiest propagation of all of them. I thought a month ago it was bad. This is worse. It's even worse. Really, really crappy propagation. I can tell you that. Really something happening. Hey, no problem, Leelock. Always nice to say hi to everybody. So, what else do we have here? Bring the bunny out from behind. Where is he? Oh, the bunny, yeah. Bunny's falling down here. Here he is. Here's the bunny. Here he goes. I don't know if you guys see it. Well, that's just, here we go. Bunny's there saying hi. You know, propagation is horrible when you actually take the time to focus on the bunny on the radio. Oh, man. What else do we have here? Yeah, it's a nice the little DSP thing here. It's, you know, it's, of course there's a lot of better DSPs than that, but for what it is, I love this little DSP unit. I'm really happy to have it. Really, really, really nice. Yeah, Jerry, it's terrible. I can tell you that. Really, really terrible. Really, really terrible propagation tonight. You know, it's so bad that even Brother Stare isn't making it. And when Brother Stare is not making it, I can tell you it's bad. Oh, that's a nice one, Fast Load. Yeah, that's good. That could be something cool. A little clock, that nice little clock with thermometer. That's cool. Actually, not expensive. Indoor thermometer clock with radio controlled time, WWVB. Oh, that would be nice, and it's not expensive at all. I'm getting that. The thanks for the link. I'm buying it right now, so we'll have it soon. Radio Romania on 15170 on U20, apparently. I don't think I'll hear anything of that here. Let's just try it out. Nope, nothing at all. Really incredibly crappy propagation. Not hearing India or anything. Wow, this is incredible. 5960, 5960. Something weak.
Shanghai local press acknowledged outrage, very important for us, people, but also the slogan that's on these things with the
It's China Radio International out of Albania. It's usually stronger than that. 5960. China Radio International out of Albania. To tuning the medium wave band, it's a little early. It's it's still light out, so I don't know what it's gonna do. And I had an amazingly strong noise on medium wave. Oh, let's try something though. There's a new medium wave station in Montreal, so I'm not hearing it now. But look at this, guys. This is amazing. Somebody, I don't know what is this, but today I started tuning the medium wave band, and I have this S9 amazing buzzer, and it's all across medium wave. So if I tune around, you'll see it's everywhere. Look at how strong it is around 622 kilohertz. S9 plus 20. I don't know what that is, but it's really annoying.
He's in Cleveland.
He was running the bases, and look, I mean,
This is local station, sports station, 690.
for a living. He looked good to me. It doesn't quite add up. So, you know, it's like we find out from year to year, there's always something we find out after the playoffs end. So there's some significance to his injury or to his health or the lingering aspects of his health that we're not seeing. But I agree with Gallo 100%.
Hey, Elite Data. I did hear a weak carrier. When I started the live show, I could hear a weak carrier on 5150, but it was too weak to make out any program. So I was unable to hear it. But it's been one of the very, very regular ones lately. It's been there all the time.
We're able to deal with that in game. Tout est libre. Autoroute 25.
This is our traffic station, 730 kilohertz.
On est nombreux. En direction nord, en direction sud également, secteur Sherbrooke, là, jusqu'à l'entrée du tunnel. Décarie nord, c'est presque instantané. Un peu d'hésitation à l'approche de Décarie. Décarie sud, c'est lourd sur toute la longueur. 520 côte de Liesse. Attendez que je regarde. Chemin d'altitude en direction est. Et on est encore secteur Marshall en direction au McMillan plutôt.
Oh wow, that is nice. I need to find one of those beers, Fast Load. You got that at IGA? Really nice. Wow, 10.5%. That's a strong beer. How is it? Is it really tasty? How do you like it? Really nice.
Ou une flotte de véhicules commerciaux, votre meilleur allié, c'est Sainte-Marie Automobile.
Pray that your purpose be worked out. And I remember thinking, that's not the right.
This is a religious station just across the border in northern New York State on 760 kilohertz.
From God that says he's going to take away my AFib. The Apostle Paul, he wanted to be healed from his, I don't know if he had AFib, but he had a thorn in the flesh, some physical problem. And he wrote about it in 2 Corinthians 12, 7 through 9. And lest I should be exalted above measure through the abundance of revelations, there was given to me a...
Hey, David in Barcelona says, I've started having more QRM than ever before since I installed my 12.6 meter long wire on top of my new QTH. Oddly, I think this is due to my antenna working better than ever before, too. So I think I won't be touching it. Yeah, the idea is if the signal-noise ratio can be okay, you know. Sometimes you have more noise with a specific setup of antenna, but you also have more signal, and it's worth it because the signal is strong enough that you just leave it like that.
But he knew, Paul found out, I can't force God. I can't force God to heal me because he believed just...
Well, I'm going to have to check that out. Maybe tomorrow. I'll go and check it out for tomorrow. And maybe have that as my beers tomorrow. Oh, yeah, with some old cheese must be really good.
Paul made him...
And learn more about curling, the club, and its features. Details at Royal Montreal.
This is CJ80 800, the English, one of the top English language stations in Montreal.
$700 discount.
That's what I'm saying.
But instead of the discount, I could also get 4 no-charge winter.
Hey, take care, Rich. Tomorrow, another hangout. We're going to talk about the new scheduled seasons for Shortwave that starts Sunday. So if you can make it. And take care, my friend.
Mazda 3 Skyactiv G, the best buy in its category according to the 2016 Car Guide. 48 month lease, 0 down. Some conditions apply. Details at Mazda.ca.
As the only bank devoted to...
Take care, Tim. It's nice to have you on board as usual. Hello, M from the darkest desert in the world.
There's always more to do. Go to bdc.ca to see how we can help you with your business. BDC.
Well, you know what? One time, Pat, that's one thing that you need to check out. When propagation is bad, it's not necessarily bad to everywhere. Sometimes when propagation doesn't give you the regular stations, you can have that rare station that's coming through because of the path from this point A to point B is actually good on that frequency. An example is when their propagation is really bad, often, not always, but often, there's an increase in signals from the south. So for example, South Americans will come stronger, or Africans. So it depends. And it could be surprising. The bands sometimes seem dead, but you have that little gem of a station that you never heard before. So it is possible.
Bracelets, necklaces, watches, earrings, almost anything you can imagine. And if it's gold or silver, it's worth lots of cash. And remember,
DJ K Solo says he could get lost in the shortwave radio land. He loves it.
Visit. And remember, no one pays more than Empire. Empire, 5500 Parry, west of DeCarry. Online, empiregold.ca.
You're listening to the Voice of Montreal, News Talk Radio, CJAD 800.
Not there right now, but this week there's a new station testing on 940 kilohertz. Yesterday morning and I believe Wednesday, I heard it with tones. And on Wednesday, I think I heard it give a phone number if anybody would have interference. There's this company that bought the transmitters of the old Radio Canada CBC outlet on medium wave. And they want to open a station here on 940 kilohertz. It would be a 50 kilowatt station. And they are looking at also actually coming back on 600 kilohertz, the old CF 600 station. That's also a 50 kilohertz. And that's the station I was telling you guys that all the antennas are still there just south of Montreal near Kanawake. And they might want to start 600 kilohertz again. So that's going to be interesting. Two new powerful stations out of Montreal could be here in the near future. Another local station with this one is mostly music.
Sur notre plateforme principale, CKM le 14.
This is a station out of Saint-Constant, south of Montreal.
Excellente suite de programmes, très bonne fin de journée, agréable fin de semaine. Le magazine Jessica Pierre à la mise en onde, Julien Limage à la réception et à la coordination des appels.
No, I did not. The only time I could have recorded it on 940 was when it was a tone, and since the tone is rather boring, I didn't record it. I'm going to try to listen in regularly, and when I hear them ID, I will make a video of it. Hey, Christophe Brockstill, nice to have you on board, and he's in Belgium, so really nice to have you on board over here. And weather facts out of Halifax. But the CFH frequencies are not on. CFH is off on these frequencies. They haven't used fax or RTTY on these frequencies for a long time. None of these frequencies are actually working. And it's one of those that you have to listen, because I believe it's last year, at the beginning of 2015, they came back on for about 2 or 3 weeks. I don't know why. But all of these CFH frequencies out of Halifax are off right now. I haven't heard them in a long time. So most of them are offline for now. But who knows? Maybe they can come back. I check from time to time, because they often come back. I heard them last year, and then I heard them maybe 2-3 years before. For some reason, I don't know why they would do this, and I don't know what's the reason behind the fact that they would reactivate CFH from time to time. But from the time now, this year, 2016, I haven't heard CFH on any of its frequencies. They are officially off the air right now. Take care, Passload, and have a nice trip to Gatineau. Is a multi-ethnic station in Montreal. It has several different languages.
ميدانيا قالت مصادر إعلامية مقربة من الحكومة السورية أن الجيش السوري نجح
1450 is a Arabic language station. It's a very low power, 1 kilowatts.
المدينة ونفى
I believe this is another Arabic language station, 1610.
In Matthew 26:24,
1650 is a Jewish station in Montreal, and actually at noon they broadcast the 10-minute news bulletin out of Call Israel in French and English.
Be fulfilled. In other words, the Lord knew that every...
This is David Bowie on the Go-Go Radio Network Show.
1690 kilohertz is the Concordia University station. 1690 kilohertz. So, you know that propagation is bad when WWCR isn't making a stronger signal than this. 6115 WWCR.
Election officials or the public about problems with their systems as the same failures occur with the same machines year after year in one jurisdiction or another. Isn't it odd how none of the ballots switch over to Donald Trump? John Bass, Patriots.com.
Yes, that's true. Call Israel. That also brings a lot of memories to me too. And it actually brings me back in time because they actually have the same little music that they play at the beginning of each broadcast that they had back then. It's still the same piece of music. So when they actually broadcast the news bulletins in French and English, I kind of go back a little bit into the 80s and the 90s when I could hear Call Israel because it sounds like I'm listening to Shortwave suddenly. I should make a recording of that one day and put it on the Shortwave channel. You guys are going to get a kick out of it. I got 2 QSLs from Call Israel. My first QSL is from about 1983-84, and I got another one from the early 90s from Israel.
Wireless.com. Take pics and get connected today. Think about this. Your community's aging wireless infrastructure is a very likely...
I can tell you, Richard, on 2.5 megahertz, I won't hear anything. There's really, really nothing at this time. It's still too early in the evening. It's barely dark now outside. It's in about 15 minutes it's really going to be dark. So on the west side, where WWV is, it's still light. So signal on 2.5 for me is more like at 0500 hours UT.
The gold standard in water purification, and our filters last for years at less than 2 cents per gallon. Big Berkey, the one powerful enough to purify stagnant pond water. Get your Big Berkey today. Call 1-877-99-BERKEY or click BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. That's 1-877-99-BER. Big Berkey Water Filters for the love of clean water.
No other network provides the level of customer service we do. When it comes to radio advertising, we are your one-stop shop. No matter how big or small your business is, we can help. Email us at advertise@gcnlive.com and an experienced advertising...
Yeah, Aussie Orlando. Who knows? Could be possible.
Advertise at gcnlive.com. Easy, affordable, effective.
There is an affordable alternative to the high cost of healthcare that offers freedom from insurance while providing compliance with the Obamacare individual mandate. Imagine.
9830, I can see that the voice of Turkey is there, but it's not strong enough to make it. Really, really horrible propagation tonight.
LibertyOnCall.org. That's LibertyOnCall.org.
I go live every Friday. There's a live show on here and on the VHF channel. Saturdays, it's every 2 weeks, so I have one tomorrow. So if you come back tomorrow around 2000 hours UT, we're going to talk about shortwave. I'll be here. I do have a live show also, special broadcast for Halloween night for Pirates Monday. I hope propagation is going to be good so we can hear the Pirates. So Monday at, I'm probably going to start it at 2000 hours UT also. It all depends because I have some tech jobs. If I'm here early enough, it's going to be 2000 on Monday. If I can't make it as early as that, it's going to be 2100 hours UT. I'll be announcing it. You can also follow me on Twitter if you want to know when the shows are. At Shortwave Radios on Twitter, you can actually follow me, and basically you will have an advance announcement of when the shows happen. So let's just Shortwave Radios. So this is the Twitter at Shortwave Radios. So I don't know if you guys can see it or not. Here we go. I think it. Oh man, you can't see it really. Here it goes. Shortwave Radios. It's at Shortwave Radios. And that you can follow me there if you are on Twitter, and you'll know when all the live shows are happening. I do, Hossie Orlando. It's really cold. I gotta say, it's really cold. But I do want, before we have some snow, I do want to go back to Perry Island last time. And I was, I'm checking in general, we have, at least a few days in November where temperatures rise to comfortable levels. So I think the first day that I see that it's, comfortable to go out, I'll head on and do a last de-expedition before the winter sets in, and that I'll be stuck inside. But I do want to do one. As soon as I can, and I think it's going to be fun for sure. And what else do we have here? So thanks for subscribing to my channel. By the way, another topic about subscription, because some people complain that I don't subscribe to their channel when they subscribe to mine. Just keep in mind one thing. I do subscribe to other channels, but they have to be radio related. Because my channel is radio, I only subscribe back to radio related channels. So if your channel is radio related, I will be more than happy to subscribe to you. Don't worry about it. But if your channel does not have anything to do with radio, I will not subscribe back to you. So that's my rule basically, because I try to. It's kind of the fun thing to try to have all the radio channels together. I think it's a cool thing, and we are more powerful when we are together than everybody being alone on its own little island. So if you got a radio channel, if your YouTube channel deals with radio, amateur radio, anything radio, and you can ask me. I'll be happy to subscribe. I'll go check it out, and I'll be happy to subscribe to you guys. No problem. So 7083 in French wouldn't be surprising. Here in Quebec, there are a gang of amateurs that hang on 7070. And sometimes around 7080, 7085. And they speak French, so it could be that. Let's check out. Even the 80-meter band isn't very strong. CRI barely making it, 6175.
Repeating hold one.
Caribbean Beacon on 6090.
Wanted to be in the sanctuary but didn't show up for some reason. It's like the same type of people that say accident. Right. Pretty hard to find me by accident at 2 o'clock in the morning. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you have better chances of finding somebody at 2 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. So, what I'm trying to say is for the very same...
So, hey guys, due to the very annoying propagation of shortwave tonight, and also because I do have to attend a nice evening with friends, I will say bye for tonight. But hey, we're back tomorrow. So tomorrow, 2000 hours UTC is when it starts. We're going to talk about the new schedule, Season B16 of shortwave propagation for winter. And of course, we will answer all the questions shortwave radio related tomorrow. So I hope you guys can join in the fun once again. So take care, everyone. Really sad that propagation was so crappy. Have a great evening, everyone. A great night wherever you are. And see you tomorrow. And take care, all. Bye-bye, my friends.